Dearest Makayla, Kaya, Hoi, Meow Meow. Today you are 1 year old. We can barely say that without tearing up. Your first year has gone past both fast and slow. When we look back on this 1 year, holding your tiny fragile body in that first month seems like an eternity ago. As in the blink of an eye, you've already grown up to be a cute little girl, engaging with us with your sounds and eyes.
We bought you new toys and birthday cards, but hopefully this little video will be something you could look back on and know how truly loved you were from day one, even though this is a little embarrassing for both of Mom and Dad. You made your entrance into the world 9 days earlier. Once you decided to come out, you didn't waste any time. I was in active labor. It only took less than 2 hours before you made your appearance in your grandma's hospital.
We made plans for your arrival, though honestly in the run-up to your due date, I was so nervous that I'd miss it. Since Mum had flown back to Yinchuan for the final stages of pregnancy, and I was still working in Shanghai. So you can imagine how nervous and anxious I became when I received Mum's call on Sunday at church, telling me that dilation had begun and that you were expected for the next day. As soon as I heard that, I knew I just had to fly over. I called a taxi to get back home to pack up the 70% complete suitcase, taking that same taxi to work to pick up my laptop, and finally to the airport. The taxi driver that day was so funny. He was so enthusiastic. It was like as if he was on a mission with me. I fortunately got there in time to see Mum for 30 minutes before she went into heavier labour and finally to the delivery room. When you finally came out, it was just so fast and so it was just so surreal. That didn't even have time to absorb the moment.
So exciting for you guys.
When I held you for the first time, I was so stiff like a scarecrow because you was just so fragile and I was worried that I hurt you.
From the second we saw you, we've been totally head over heels in love with you. You've also been a pretty easy baby, so chilled and always smiling and giggling. You take everything in your stride, whether it's taking long trips on plane over 10 times in your first year, going domestic or overseas trip with us, or being in church with us every Sunday. You're just so chilled. Being our first child, to inexperienced first-time parents, means you're also as hard as nails. You've been fed off from bed, hit your head on the car roof constantly, but yet you never really cried out loud. Though when you do, we know it's something serious.
You're just the happiest little girl. You love music and dancing, and will always give me a knowing stare of anticipation when I shout, "Dance!" I'll start beatboxing and you'll start dancing. You love paintings and always stare at them no matter where. You love pointing at the lights and playing board games. Your favourite music isn't nursery rhymes, it's rock and roll. You once screamed and danced along when you heard the beat of hard metal.
You love your family, and we love you even more. You love clapping, waving, pointing, smiling, and making ka-ka-ka sound laugh. You love to copy what we do. You love to drink from my straw cup. You love to poop while eating, to make space for the new incoming food. You love to talk.
Your first favourite sound to make was Baba. Everyone comments on how much of a smiley baby you are. And you've always been one very smiley baby. And one day you'll grow up into a young lady with a beautiful and sweet smile. You look just like us, with Mummy's eyes and Daddy's lips. also our thin hair. You are Daddy's girl. Daddy calls you Mini Monkey, as Mum is his little monkey. We love you so much, Makayla. We have completed this family, and what we really want to tell you is, stop growing up and stay little forever.
Okay, you do this. Yeah.
But we know that's just us being selfish. So please do grow up and grow into a beautiful lady. And we know you will be. Love God and appreciate life, because there hasn't been a day in the past year that we haven't appreciated you. We're so proud of being your daddy and
We do.
mommy. And we wanted to say happy birthday. Love you.